How many times did your brain replay the same worry today? How much time did you waste focusing on a small moment in the past? Seneca, Rome's sharpest Stoic, spotted that mental loop 2,000 years ago and wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." In modern times, many experience the same phenomenon. Seneca built a 3-step routine to break the loop. Let's use it. Picture Rome in the 1st century. Marble colonnades, chariot clatter, and whispers of imperial scandal. Amid that noise stands Lucius Annaeus Seneca, son of a rhetorician, tutor to the future Emperor Nero, and one of the wealthiest men in the empire. His life swings between extremes: lavish banquets in marble villas one year, brutal exile on the sun-blasted island of Corsica the next. Yet wherever he finds himself, Corsican cliff hut or palace library, Seneca always writes. Letter after letter, he urges friends to guard the only possession emperors can't confiscate: peace of mind. He calls restlessness a thief, anxiety a self-inflicted wound, and time our most precious leaking treasure. In letter 13, he dissects fear of the future. In letter 83, he prescribes nightly self-examination. And in the dialogue on tranquility of mind, he sketches a daily schedule tight enough to squeeze rumination out. These pages aren't abstract philosophy, they're field notes from a man negotiating power, envy, exile, and his own racing thoughts. Today, we'll distill 3 of his sharpest tools for escaping the thought loop. Seneca noticed we waste hours scripting disasters that never happen. He recommends a single, deliberate worst-case rehearsal. He says that we must see the enemy to defeat him. Essentially, we must recognize what we fear in order to swiftly overcome it and thus not dwell on it for a long time. So now, when facing a difficult situation, write down the worst outcome, glance at it once, then shelve it. Modern cognitive behavioral therapy calls this containing the worry. By naming it, we fence it in and contain it. Overthinking thrives when our day is one vast, unguarded plain. Plenty of room for doubts to gallop in circles. Seneca's remedy is architectural. Build walls of purpose by slicing time into deliberate, bite-sized blocks. Nothing is ours except time, he warns. Therefore, parcel it out with care. Picture a Roman mason. He doesn't stare at the whole marble slab. He marks off small chiseling lines, finishes one groove, then the next. Do the same with your schedule. Set a sand glass, or today, a 25-minute Pomodoro timer. Focus on a single task until the bell rings, then grant yourself a 5-minute recess. Each mini-victory is a brick in a mental rampart. While you're absorbed in carving one clean inch of stone, the mountain of worries looms farther away, dimmed by the dust of your productive work. Each evening, when the servants carried off the dinner lamp and the villa slipped into hush, Seneca stayed behind at his writing desk. In that dim afterglow, he said, "When the lamp is taken out, I examine the whole of my soul." He rolled out a narrow strip of parchment and conducted a quiet tribunal. What did I do well today? Where did I stumble or speak too sharply? What small course correction will I make tomorrow? Victories were acknowledged, mistakes were sentenced to improvement, and both were dated, sealed, and set aside. Then he let the day die. No midnight reruns, no mental appeals. With the ledger balanced and the scroll rolled tight, he rose lighter than he had sat down, ready to meet dawn unburdened by yesterday's noise. Neuroscience time. When the mind is left to wander, its default mode network, the circuitry that feeds idle chatter and daydreams, flares into action. Seneca's sequence lowers the volume in 3 strokes. First, he boxes tomorrow's fears so they stop pacing the hallway. Second, he crowds the present with a single focused task. Third, he audits the day and sweeps yesterday's residue into the bin. Starved of loose ends, the brain quiets, stress hormones ebb, and the mind greets the next dawn clear and calm. Try this tonight. Minute 1. Breathe. 4-second inhale, 6-second exhale. Minute 2. Future. Write the worst case once, close the page. Minute 3. Present. List one micro task for tomorrow. Minute 4. Action. Start that task for just 60 seconds. Minute 5. Past. Journal one line. What you learned today. With that 5-minute process, the endless thought loop is broken. Seneca knew money, power, and imperial gossip. Yet his cure for overthinking is portable. Paper, breath, honesty. No app is required, just courage to face imagination head-on. Tonight, run the 5-minute routine and comment tomorrow. Which step freed you most, future, present, or past? Subscribe to Hermes Scroll for weekly ancient wisdom rewired for modern minds, and remember, reality hurts once. Imagination can hurt 1,000 times. Choose once.